Most of the S&P 500 has now reported earnings, but not all of them. And today's earnings reports are some of the hottest on the street for this week. Let's jump right into it because these are big names that you're all going to know and want to see the charts on. Our first company is Disney. Everybody kind of knows the story here. The movies are doing great. Their parks are doing good. ESPN isn't doing so well. So we have the two misses over the last 5 years, but they did recover again last quarter. Shares have been on the move higher, but it's going to take a little bit more faith, I think, for investors to push these to new highs. But I'm going to be watching this one because nobody's been as hot in the movie area and the media area as Disney. Our second company is also a hot name. It's been hitting new all-time highs. Priceline, PCLN is the ticker. I actually own this one in my own personal portfolio. But as you can see from the chart, even though they haven't missed in over 5 years, those shares moved sideways for almost 3 years. So you had to be a real patient investor in this one to stick it out. Now shares have been on the move. The travel area has been very strong this quarter. Some of its competitors reporting good numbers. A lot of their business is overseas in Europe. They also own shares in C-Trip, and so they're global. This will be an interesting one to watch. And of course, the question always comes up with them, will they ever split the shares? So far, they haven't, obviously. So that's also something to watch. Our third stock was the golden child up until last quarter, really. Now, I put the price to consensus chart over the earnings surprises on this one, so you can kind of see the one miss they've had in the last 5 years there in the middle of 2015. After that, they were beating, and then the stock was off to the races. But like I said, in the recent quarter, even though they beat, shares have come back down. This will be interesting to see if it can regain some of that momentum. Obviously, it was kind of priced for perfection. But I still like this space, and NVIDIA is one of the top names in it, so I'll be watching. Then we have Electronic Arts, another big gun here. They just have the two misses almost, back in time. 2012, 2013 seems like forever ago. They have huge beats in there. You can see the really long green arrow. Those are big magnitude beats. Shares are at all-time highs. Again, is it priced for perfection? We won't know. But you got to love their track record. Very, very consistent. And then I threw one in here where the chart kind of goes the other way. This is on retail, but Fossil just has that one miss in 2015. So they do have the good history of beating, also with some very big beats there with those long green arrows. But shares are at 5-year lows instead of the 5-year highs as we've seen with everything else. And this chart just goes to show you that even if you beat every quarter or nearly every quarter as they have, doesn't necessarily mean the stock is going to go up or in the direction you want it to go. But Fossil, they do the watches. They also do a lot of accessories, handbags, and jewelry. So this is an area that has been hit on the retail side, but I'm going to be watching for, possibly a buying opportunity here, but Fossil with the great record. We're going to get a lot of the retail stocks this week, and so I'm going to be keeping an eye on many of them because, again, even with these good earnings records, it's not showing up in the stock. Eventually, hopefully it will, because we all shop. So the winners in this group will continue to win. I do like a lot of the names that are reporting this week, so I'll be checking in. And my colleague, Dave Bartosiak, is going to be covering the options on a lot of these companies, including some of the retailers this week. You might want to tune in over there because the options trades could be pretty hot on some of these retailers. He's on Zach's Live Trader over on YouTube. You can check it out over there. And I encourage you to. And if you're just interested in the normal charts, I'm going to be covering the earnings beats and misses all week long. And I'm going to continue to bring you the best charts and those companies with the best earnings surprise records. So be sure to tune in all week with Dave over on YouTube at Zach's Live Trader and here on Zachs.com and also on YouTube with just the regular earnings charts.